One of the most quietly brilliant storytelling devices in Grand Theft Auto 4 is how the game uses Niko Bellic's phone calls, emails, and casual conversations to expose the gap between the violent life you play and the life Niko claims he wants. GTA 4 is often remembered for its darker tone, but what really sells that tone is how often Niko talks about regret, trauma, and disillusionment, while still participating in the exact same cycle of crime he says he's trying to escape. From the moment Niko arrives in Liberty City, he frames himself as someone running from his past. Through emails to his cousin Roman and conversations with strangers, he describes the war he survived in Eastern Europe, the friends he lost, and the ideals that were betrayed. These aren't vague backstories. Niko explicitly references atrocities, starvation, and betrayal, making it clear that violence isn't thrilling to him. It's exhausting. This is important, because unlike other GTA protagonists, Niko doesn't glorify crime in his own narration. He tolerates it. The phone system is where this contrast really shines. Niko constantly gets calls from friends asking him to go drinking, bowling, or out on dates. And while these features were often joked about at launch, they serve a narrative purpose. These mundane activities are Niko's attempt at normalcy. He doesn't enjoy them because they're fun. He does them because they resemble a life that isn't built on killing. When he talks to characters like Little Jacob or Packy, the conversations often drift toward morality, loyalty, and whether violence ever really solves anything. The irony is that these reflections happen between missions where Niko is murdering dozens of people. Emails reinforce this dissonance even further. Niko lies to his mother about his life, painting Liberty City as a place of honest work and opportunity. The player knows this is completely false. This isn't just narrative flavor, it's characterization. Niko isn't delusional. He's aware of the lie, he's choosing it, because admitting the truth would mean admitting that he's failed to escape the cycle he hates. What makes this effective is that the game never lets the player resolve that contradiction cleanly. Even the major choice late in the story, seeking revenge or making a deal, doesn't grant peace. Both outcomes lead to loss, reinforcing the idea that Niko's problem isn't a single bad decision, but the environment he's trapped in and the habits he can't break. Liberty City doesn't corrupt Niko. It enables the worst parts of him while pretending to offer escape. Unlike later Rockstar protagonists, Niko never becomes comfortable with his violence. He questions it constantly, sometimes angrily, sometimes quietly. That self-awareness is what makes GTA 4 feel heavy. You aren't playing as someone who loves chaos, you're playing as someone who knows better and keeps going anyway. By using phones, emails, and idle dialogue, Grand Theft Auto IV turns everyday communication into a narrative mirror. The more Niko talks about wanting something better, the clearer it becomes how impossible that goal is in Liberty City. And that's the real tragedy of his story. Not that he's violent, but that he understands exactly what it's costing him. That's why GTA V's ending feels so hollow by design. There's no triumphant escape, no sense that Niko has truly won. No matter which path you choose, the phone keeps ringing, the city keeps moving, and Niko keeps surviving rather than living.